What's up, guys? Welcome into another episode of the Michigan Recruiting Report here exclusively on the Wolverine YouTube channel. Today, we're going to be talking about 5 flip targets before signing day. Signing day is just 8 days away, so stick with me to talk about flip targets. But before I do that, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel for free, get notifications every time we drop new videos. You're going to want to subscribe, especially with signing day just 8 days away. And also, subscribe to the Wolverine.com. Use the promo code UM1. That's $1 for 2 months over at the Wolverine.com. Get everything Michigan recruiting before signing day, as well as the transfer portal, team information. Plus, we have a great message board community. So use that promo code UM1 over at the Wolverine.com. That is exclusive to you, our YouTube members. All right. So we're going to be talking about 5 flip targets before signing day. Let's go ahead and go with on 300 wide receiver Derek Meadows out of Las Vegas Bishop Gorman, currently committed to LSU. Michigan trending on the on-3 RPM with a 68% chance of landing him. I've put in a prediction for Michigan. Our on-3 national analyst, Steve Wiltfong, has also put in a prediction for Michigan. So I think the Wolverines are definitely trending in the right direction. Derek Meadows runs in similar circles as Bryce Underwood, who obviously just committed, 5-star quarterback. You know, you want to catch passes from an elite signal caller if you are a wide receiver like Derek Meadows. He is that big-bodied guy that Michigan desperately desires. I know they already have 2 in the class in Tamar Browder and Jacob Washington, but Meadows has a ton of upside. He's ranked higher than both. He's an elite track athlete, hasn't been ultra productive at the high school level, but just brings a skill set that you can mold into a really high-end wide receiver at the college level. So LSU is working to get him back on campus this weekend, but I still feel optimistic that Michigan can flip him on or before National Signing Day. All right, let's go ahead and move on to another SEC commit, this time 5-star offensive lineman Ty Haywood out of Denton Ryan in the great state of Texas. So Haywood has been committed to Alabama since July. However, Michigan is making a late run. The Wolverines have definitely increased their NIL. They've done a fantastic job of pitching that to Haywood and showing what he can accomplish at Michigan, both on and off the field with their NIL and networking opportunities. I think the big thing for Haywood is just getting to campus. He's never been to Michigan before, but Michigan did identify him early. Head coach Sharon Moore actually made a swing through Dallas when he was first hired as a head coach. Grant Newsome joined him on that swing, and they actually stopped by and saw Ty Haywood and visited with him, and nothing really came of that. But I think, Moore offering him on the spot really resonated. And I think that, coming back late, Michigan obviously has his attention because of what they're doing with NIL, but there are pre-existing relationships. So I think Michigan is in a pretty good spot to potentially flip Haywood. Now, again, he's a regular enrollee, which means he doesn't have to decide on signing day. He could take it to February. So we'll see how that situation plays out. Let's stick in the SEC. How about Michigan just trying to gut punch the SEC? The Wolverines just offered 5-star edge Isaiah Gibson, who's currently committed to Georgia. Michigan already flipped a Georgia commit this cycle in top 100 cornerback Shamari Earls. Now they're trying to do the same thing with Isaiah Gibson. Now, it is late. Gibson's never visited, but again, Michigan is doing all types of crazy things when it comes to NIL, and that certainly has Gibson's attention. So again, I'm not super optimistic in this one right now, but he is the #1 edge in the country. And look, NIL talks, and I think that Michigan was able to do what they did with Bryce Underwood, so I wouldn't rule out that possibility with other high-end recruits like Isaiah Gibson. So we'll see how this one progresses. Again, Michigan just offered late last week, but the Wolverines obviously on supercharge with NIL as we sprint towards National Signing Day. We're now going to talk about an on 300 linebacker, Bradley Gompers, who's currently committed to Duke. Michigan is trending on the On3 recruiting prediction machine. He made a visit to Michigan earlier this fall. The the Wolverines with an 82.8% chance of landing him. Our On3 national analyst Steve Wilfong has a pick in for Michigan. He is from Pittsburgh Central Catholic, which is the same school that produced Cole Sullivan. While he's committed to Duke, he's been a rankings riser. You see he's a top 150 recruit on the industry ranking, 6'4.5", 215 pounds. A lot to like about his athletic profile and production at the high school level. So I think that Gompers is definitely a guy that could end up at Michigan. I know Nathaniel Wusu-Boateng has been Michigan's top linebacker target for a large majority of the cycle, especially late. But I think they could they would probably take both Gompers and Boateng. And I think that's a possibility that they potentially get both. So we'll see how things progress here towards signing day. And last on the list is a familiar name for everybody. That is Colorado cornerback Alex Graham, an in-state recruit out of Detroit, Cass Tech. Graham's a guy we've talked about on the show plenty of times in the past. Michigan had been hot and cold on him throughout the cycle, had a lot of injuries as a sophomore and a junior, was a top 100 recruit as a freshman. But again, the injuries have plagued him the last couple of years. He's been able to stay healthy at Cass Tech, has had a great senior year, has led Cass Tech on a deep playoff run. So Michigan's now pressing hard, getting close to signing day. They are all in on flipping Graham away from the Buffaloes, and I think they can get it done. Michigan's trending in the right direction here. I've put in a prediction in favor of Michigan. So again, I think Michigan can get it done before signing day with what they're doing with NIL, with the momentum they have, landing Bryce Underwood. I think Michigan can lock down recruits in its own backyard. And, to close out the 25 class, I do think they can get Graham on board. All right, guys, appreciate you for watching this video. For more coverage on all the flip targets and even more Michigan recruiting insider information, head over to thewolverine.com. Use that promo code UM1. That's $1 for 2 months at thewolverine.com. Get exclusive recruiting information, transfer portal, team information, and so much more. And also like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel for free, get notifications every time we drop new videos.